Service Without Sacrifice, a Humanitarian Manifesto. We are the teachers, the healers, the activists, the caregivers, the healthcare professionals, the first responders, the public servants, the government workers, the clergy, the journalists, the International Aid and Development Corps, and all who work to alleviate other people's pain and suffering and to make the world better. We are humanitarians. Every day we serve the world's most vulnerable people, often under challenging and dire circumstances. Through our service, we're exposed to traumatic events and danger, regularly work long hours, experience high stress and high threat situations, and in some cases, frequent, often back-to-back deployments. In spite of all of this, we show up, day after day, ready to serve. For generations, we've been conditioned to believe that by choosing a career in service of others, we agree to sacrifice our time, our relationships, our health and well-being, our humanity. We've been taught that the only way through the hardships, traumas, and exhaustion is to suck it up, shove it down, numb the pain, be grateful that your life isn't as bad as theirs. Move on, dismiss the desire for a better way. And we've been taught that to do anything different, to set boundaries, to prioritize self-care, to be less than perfect, is selfish, unprofessional. In addition to what happens in our places of work, we too, like the people we serve, have navigated the challenges of a global pandemic. We too endure the traumas of social and racial inequities, subtle acts of exclusion, and war. We too care for loved ones, friends, and family members. We too manage chronic health conditions, feel pain, experience loneliness, and grieve our losses. We too are human. And yet, the organizations through which we serve often choose not to see our humanity. They choose not to acknowledge our trauma. They choose not to help us heal our pain. They choose not to respect or support our boundaries. They choose to turn a blind eye to our sacrifices of time, relationships, health, and well-being. They choose to celebrate perfectionism and to define resilience as the ability to meet organizational metrics. They choose to dismiss our desire for a better way. These choices, made by those who should be protecting us, have left us, humanitarians across mission-driven fields, languishing, exhausted, stressed out, burned out, traumatized, morally injured, depressed, and anxious. They've left us feeling unseen, disrespected, misunderstood, and undervalued. They've left us questioning whether we're tough enough, resilient enough, professional enough, good enough. They've left us feeling ashamed and selfish in our desire to want more, to want better. They've left us feeling invisible and alone, bearing our pain and shame in silence. They've left us without a sense of agency or belief in our ability to make choices that serve us, even as we serve others. Carrying the weight of the pain, hardships, and traumas, we continue to serve. We do so because the world needs people like us to show up day after day to do work most people cannot fathom. We choose to serve because of a deeply ingrained desire to give back. We choose to serve because doing so gives us a sense of purpose and connection to something bigger than ourselves, in a world where so many feel disconnected and isolated. We choose to serve because caring for others is inherent to who we are, and to do anything different would leave us feeling unfulfilled and restless. In addition to our choice to serve, using our newfound gifts of self-awareness and self-compassion, we now choose to remember that at the heart of the word humanitarian is human. We now choose to move forward with eyes wide open, secure in the knowledge that serving others does not require sacrificing ourselves. We now choose to believe that we deserve more, we deserve better, and we deserve to have our humanity acknowledged and protected. And while we'll choose to continue doing this work that lends our lives purpose and which we love, we will no longer do so by sacrificing our time, health, well-being, relationships, or our humanity in the process. We choose to serve without sacrificing ourselves. To manifest this new choice, we commit to changing the status quo, first as individuals, and then by holding our leaders and organizations accountable for doing the same. As individuals, we commit to taking radical responsibility, to embodying mindful awareness, to redefining self-care, to setting clear boundaries, and to becoming radically human leaders. As leaders in organizations, we commit to providing a holistic, human-centered duty of care to normalize and address occupational mental health challenges and traumas, to evolve from metrics-driven cultures into human-centered ones, to support rest and recovery, and to foster shared purpose and commitment. Using this framework, we'll work together to rewrite the long-standing narrative of service before self and shift our collective expectations about what it means to be of service. We'll create awareness and compassion around our stories in order to heal them and move forward feeling happier and healthier so we can continue showing up to do the important work this world needs us to do now more than ever. This is our commitment to ourselves and to the people we serve.